nearly 10 years. The time that I was there outside in Maputo, they were interested in the military assistance of Cuba, the intelligence, the workup of the Cuban intelligence there. They wanted to make a study of the office of the ambassador, to put a listening device. They were interested in the relationship with the Germans and with the Russians, the amount of the civil cooperation of the Cubans there, and the relationship with another liberation movement, especially with the ANC of South Africa, that they had camps in Maputo, or near Maputo, in a place called Machaba. Then I came back here, and they supplied me with communication. They trained me in radio communications, in deciphering the messages with secret writing, and normally twice a week at different times. The center of the CIA in Langley, Virginia made a broadcast directed to me with groups of numbers that should be decoded and transformed into letters. Let's say 400 groups of letters, of numbers, made 800 letters, and were the interest that they had at that moment for me to do. They wanted epidemiologic. They said, first of all, that they didn't know much about this country because everything here was secret. They wanted, first of all, information about the epidemiological situation, the epidemics of dengue fever, and other different diseases that were rare diseases that were normally not here in this place, but they were appearing here. And allegedly, they introduced them. They were interested in the health of Fidel Castro. They were interested in the root of the military support for the Sandinistas and for the Farabundo Martí in Salvador. They were interested in the amount of troops and the units of the Cuban army that were leaving Cuba to Angola, the concentrations of the troops, the chiefs of that troops, who were the commanders.
And were you able to tell them that information?
Sir, you may not believe me. I could supply them with more information than the one that they wanted. But the problem was that those informations were controlled. I could not tell them. They asked me, find me, well, here in Fifth Avenue, the places where beneath the road, there are places where the water goes. Sure. They wanted me to do a map with all those places in Fifth Avenue. There was a perfect situation to plant C4 explosives for when someone goes in Fifth Avenue, blow them. And who was going at that time in Fifth Avenue? The man with the beard. So there were things that you had to tell them, but things that you had to manage to make a disinformation. And at that time there were many things going on. The war on the Malvinas, in southern Argentina with the English, which were the Cuban diplomatic response to that war. If we were sending troops to Argentina or we were not. Aquí.
Yeah.
Was also the training. Si tiene una cerveza, Jaime, que me lo trae.
Sí, yeah.
The training of the Palestinian guerrilla movement here, if they were training here or not, if there were Palestinian pilots training here.
But you were cooperating with the Cuban government.
I was working for the Cuban government.
All right, so the Americans think you're working for them,
For them.
and then the Cuban government says, well, you're working for us, and we like you better.
You get two paychecks?
Did you get 2 paychecks? Were you paid money? Were you
Unfortunately,
paid
the only
money?
one who paid were the Americans. Que si me pagaron los dos, me pagaron los americanos, and when they cut the relationship, there were no more wages coming. So there were plenty of information at that time. At that time, the Americans were deploying the radio stations to broadcast here. And they wanted to know which was the answer that the Cuban government was going to give to that. How would they interfere? If the Cuban government will interfere, commercial broadcast radio stations on Miami, which was the plans in case.
Which was the case.
Well, at that time, I started working with Carter. But when Carter finished, came Reagan, and the things were very much different.
Here, medium rare? Medium or medium rare?
Medium red.
Okay, good. Gracias.
And they were interested in the militia here in Havana, how many men, what was the training, which was the weapons.
And were you able to tell them?
Many things, yes.
Yeah?
Many
Because
things.
the Cuban government says, yeah, sure, tell them.
No, I had to control my information. I could not tell them everything. Before sending a message to them, that was a difficult thing. I had to tell my officer, I know this and this and this one. He said, well, this I cannot tell them. And so I had to hide that information to them.
Okay, so your Cuban handler was selecting the information you
That's
passed
it.
on. Yeah,
That's it.
that's good. And speaking of selecting things, we should let you eat.
Okay.